Oh, we already started.
Yeah.
We're on it. I don't see it already.
What's the Isaiah? What was the one about die for you, friends? What is it, John?
John
No
15,
greater love.
John 15:3.
All right, we got people in here. Can you guys hear me? Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2. Yeah.
All right, good morning.
What is it, John? Hold on, guys. John, what is it? No greater love.
John 15. John 15:3, I believe.
Hold on, guys. I'm
15,
just
13.
John, huh?
15:13.
Guys, I just want to get this. Okay.
Isaiah 15.
All right. Well, it's what we expected. It's what we expected. So
Now you sound like Mother Care. It's to be expected.
guys, I tell you, even though I saw this coming, it still has an emotional experiencing is a whole nother story. It's one thing to know something, is another thing to experience it. So here's the verdict. The commissioner decided to this was an injunction hearing. We had a temporary restraining order put on us that we could not go no longer to Province Academy, Ron Young, and things of that nature due to harassment. And we put out our case. Ron testified to why he felt harassed. And I got to do my testimony. I actually got to read the Bible. Believe it or not, it was objected from me from reading the Bible by his attorney. They did not want me, but the attorney was actually not the attorney. The commissioner was actually more honorable. She allowed me to read the letter that had scriptures in it, but she did allow me to read it. So, so for the next 4 years, I am no longer allowed to be at Province Academy. Me, Ron, Jordan are no longer going to be near Province. Ryan?
You said Ron.
Oh, Ryan, brother Jordan, myself can no longer be around the Province Academy. We can't be at any event, and we cannot be at Ron's resident. And we just got just no contact. We can't mail. We can't communicate. Can't call about my sons and daughters' grades. No contact for the next 4 years. So, so that's the judgment. And so, it's interesting. It's interesting. I don't even know where to begin, but I just wanted to say this for the record so that you guys all hear. I know that those no one got arrested, but guys, I just want to put this out here. Please do not harass. Do not in any way do anything that would be considered harassment to Ron Young, to Providence Academy in the comments here. So that I just want to make sure you guys are going to do what you're going to do, but I need to say that. So please do not harass. Do not say anything that will be construed as harassment to Ron Young or to Providence Academy on my channel. So I would really appreciate that so I can fulfill this order. So we are going to build them for the next 4 years. We will be building them. I have my bill is close to $5,000 a month, a day. So we will do it. And so after 4 years, I will be able to send my bill, but I can't even send any bills up to then. So I was restrained from even giving them notice of what the bill is when it started racking up. So in 4 years, after 4 years, is January 3rd, 2024. The restraining order would be over. So I'm going to fulfill my order. Please don't put any threats or anything like that. I do not condone it. I'm not for Ron in any way to feel like his life is in danger. Providence Academy is in danger. So I need to say that for the record. So if you do that, if I find it, I will remove your statements. I don't check it all the time. I do. But if I see anything in there that is in any way,
don't bully him.
And do not bully him. That came up too. That was a new word right there. Bully. Do not bully him. He felt bullied, harassed. So anyway, so if I see anything, I will try to remove those stuff. So guys, here's the deal. We live in a wicked ass nation. You guys already know that watch my channel. We truly live in a wicked ass country. Christians do not do what they say they're going to do. Christians do not follow the Bible, and public servants do not follow the Constitution. Even if they make an oath to it, they do not follow the Constitution. We live in a country that do not. Now, does that mean that we should not still continue to invoke those rights? No, invoke them. I'm going to continue to invoke this to the day I die, until they just say that the Constitution is null and void. So make them say it's null and void. Don't pussyfoot. Don't back down. You invoke them. You be wise. You be sober in how you do that. So I'm going to continue pushing, but you won't know how wicked they are unless you start invoking. And the reason why they're able to be so wicked, because no one cares. No one cares about their rights. There's very few people that actually stand up and do what they say they're going to do. They don't follow the Bible. They don't keep the Constitution. And so these public servants are running around. They're so used to not upholding the Constitution. That's why they don't do it. So until people start standing up and invoking this, they're going to have to eventually listen. I'm not in any way advocating violence. I'm not in any way advocating anything. I'm just saying, just stand on, just know your rights, study it, understand how it works. Try to start practicing find little battles that you can do it, but try to do it in such a way that it doesn't, you don't punch cops. You don't cuss them out. Just stand on the word and let it be, because they just really don't care about the Constitution. Just like Christians. I've known, obviously Ron for a long time. Now this relationship is for sure. I mean, it was already done when he called the police, but it is done. So I cannot communicate. I guess he can communicate to me, but I will not even take his communication. We're done. We already was done, but we are done. But here's what I want. I want this to be a teachable lesson. Or in life, guys, you're not going to always win. Now, we didn't go in there thinking we're going to win. He was petitioning, and we tried to make a case to show that he was in no harm. He's been to the house. We did all of that stuff. He came to the house, never felt threatened. He never felt threatened. I think he actually was on the witness stand, and I was able to question him. I was able to actually question him, and he only felt threatening at 12, sometime in the noontime on the 17th, the day of the event. That's when he felt threatened by something he saw on YouTube, or maybe comments or stuff. That's why I'm talking about this comment. So I think he saw something. And even though I was able to show the court, or the commission in this case, from 12 to 6:30 before the event, I said, did you have my number? He said, yep, he had my number. I said, from 12:30 to then, was there any time during that time, did you ever reach out to me to tell me that you felt threatened, that we were not welcome, that you did not want us bringing weapons? Was there any time? He said, no. So even with all of that, they still gave them the restraining order, even though leading up to 12:30 or 12 sometime in the noon on the 17th of December to 6:30, he felt threatened, and never one time did he notify me that he felt that way. And so I was able to ask some questions. Ryan was able to ask questions. I'm not Ryan, Jordan, and then Ryan, but I did most of the talking. And so we got to do different things. We listened to the stuff and everything. So they were trying to take away our weapons, take away my weapons, but the commissioner denied that order. So they wanted me to take down my YouTube that says that Ron Young is a headmaster turned to slave master. She did not take that down, from my understanding. But she said that if I do anything here on forth that's in any way harassing, intimidating, and which was such a ambiguous, very abstract matter. I said, I did speak up. I says, I will not take down now YouTube. You can do whatever you want to do with me. If you want to throw me in jail, throw me, but I'm not taking that down until he compensates for my sons and daughter. So until then, he is a slave master, because he wants to use my property without just compensation. Literally, that's what's going on here. And so he is a slave master. Now, if he compensate, then I can now say headmaster. He went back to slave master to now headmaster. But until then, he's still a slave master. But that's all I'll say. So anyway, guys, but it's very interesting when you look at Ron and just how Christians act. I mean, I would just say Christians in general. Ron represent Christianity. He represents the community in Green Bay and all of Wisconsin. I mean, he will be considered up there in Christianity. He's a bona fide Christian elder at Jacob's Well. That's the church that he goes to. That's this. He represents all of Christianity. He's a headmaster of a school that has all different types of denomination, from Catholicism all the way to whatever is all in the middle that Christianity has. And I just want to read something to you just to show you how Christians just don't follow this book. And it was so cool. I got to read the Bible. And his attorney was objected to it, but the commissioner was so kind, I guess, allowed me to read it. So I even said thank you, I guess, But anyway, Deuteronomy 6, in Deuteronomy 6 verse 1, it says, not Deuteronomy, sorry. 1 Corinthians 6 1 says this. Now, guys, here's the beauty about my situation. There's no surprise. I still got to deal with the emotional, just the disappointment, just the reality. This is not a movie for me. Now, some of you guys, you're watching this. Some you guys are looking at this with serious intent and the serious things. Some of you guys may be looking at this as entertainment value. But this is my life. This is real. I'm a human being. I'm a man. And I have, there's things that I've worked hard for. I had dreams to do things. I was taught that if you do right by people, you do the right thing, good things will happen. I never did anything wrong to lose my sons and daughter. I never did anything according to what I was taught growing up. I never did anything wrong to not be able to have access to my sons and daughter according to the law. Now I am being restricted from that. But let me read some to you. It says this: dare any of you, having a matter against another, go to law before the unjust and not before the saints. So never has Ron ever said, let's go before the board. And I actually asked, let's go before, let's talk about this. I've even asked, let's go before his board, not even my people. I go before your board. And let's see this. Let's handle this in the private. He took it to the public. So, but the reason why he does this is because he does not know Yeshua. I know we know this already, guys, but this is just going to be something that when he stands before the Most High, this is going to go against him. It says this is verse 2. Do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world? And if the world shall be judged by you, are you unworthy to judge the smallest matters? Is this not a small matter? Know ye not that we shall judge angels? How much more the things that pertain to this life? Verse 4. If then ye have judgment of things pertaining to this life, set them to judge who are least esteemed in the church, in the assembly. It says don't. So people, I was talking to a reporter after this, and the reporter was saying, or I don't know if it was a reporter, I was talking to another guy, and he was saying, well, Kabir, aren't you supposed to submit to the governing authorities? I say, wait a minute. The Bible makes it very clear there's different. Yeah, I live in the world, but not of the world. Now, I do things that I don't have issues with these wicked world. We go in there, we mind our business. But the way I live my life, I don't live my life according to the Constitution. I don't live my life according to what people think. I live my life according to the Bible, and I have the free liberty to do so. I mean, I should not be prohibited to free exercise those things. But even Paul is distincting. There's two judgments. You got the judgment of the unjust, right? Go to the law before the unjust. That's one. And then you got this one. He says, should you not go before? He says, but brother, he says, but I speak to your, hold on. He says, but if then ye have judgment of things pertaining to this life, that's anything in this life, set them to judge who are least esteemed in the assembly, in the church, not in the legal society, not in the unjust, not in the world, but in the church. Did Ron take me to the church? He didn't even take me to his. Oh, actually, he did take me to his church because Ron submits to that legal entity. So that's why I know he's not the people of the book. He's not even a follower of Yeshua HaMashiach. He's none of those things. And he proved that you can see people by their footworks. Let me keep reading. It says, verse 5, I speak to your shame. Is it so that there is not a wise man among you? No, not one that shall be able to judge between his brethren. And he says he's a follower of Jesus Christ, but he's not. So that's why I know we're not brothers. But brother go to law with brother, and that before the unbelievers. Now therefore there is utterly a fault among you, because ye go to law with one another. Why do ye not rather take wrong? Why do you not rather suffer yourself to be defrauded? See, that's the problem. I will be defrauded. I'm being defrauded now, because I'd rather do it this way than doing it that way. And they want you to petition and worship their God. Verse 8, nay, you do wrong and defraud that ye of your brothers. Let me just keep on reading this. Verse 9, know ye not that the unrighteous, Kabir, all you care about is being right. You damn right. I don't want to be unrighteous. I want to be right. But according to who? I want to be right in his eyes. Why? What am I supposed to do? Live an unrighteous life? You say, yeah, I care about being right. I want to be right before the Most High, because when I stand there before Judgment Day, I want to be able to be considered a good and faithful servant and do what was right in his own eyes. He says that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God. Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor adulterers. Stubbornness has to do with adultery, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with any mankind, nor thieves. Am I not being stolen? Are they not stealing from me? Nor thieves. Where am I? Did I lose my place? Sorry, effeminate, abuser. Where did I? Adulterers. Do not be deceived. Let me just adulterers, effeminate, nor abusers themselves with any mankind, nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor extortioners. That's happening. Shall inherit the kingdom of God. And where it says, and where such were some of you, but ye are washed, and ye are sanctified, but ye are justified in the name of the Lord Jesus and by the Spirit of God. So, guys, it's clear. I mean, we already knew this because we are commandment keepers, those who keep the commandment of Yah. We have eyes to see and ears to hear. We already knew Ron was not a believer. We already knew that he doesn't believe in this Bible. Christians do not believe in it. He represents Christianity. He believes in Christianity, believes in keeping Sunday as holy. That's the new Sabbath. The seventh day is no longer the holy day. It's now Sunday, the first day of the week. They believe in keeping Christmas. And I read that. I read Deuteronomy about not worship. Don't worship God. When Yah says, do not worship me the way they worship their gods. I was able to read that in the courtroom. I was able to reflect that on the record. I had to slow down so that the lady who's reporting had to get everything down. I didn't give her reference so she can go back and get it right. But I literally got to read that into the court, why I didn't want my sons and daughter participating in their Christmas pageant, because it goes against my religious belief. And with all of the facts put out there, the judge still gave it to them. But anyway, so Ron is not following even the New Testament. This is New Testament. And then Ron brings up the fact that he was threatened because, now I think this is after the fact, because it surely wasn't before the fact, but after the fact, I guess they shut down the school for 2 days. And because I said that, man, I have brothers who are willing to die for me, right? And so he felt threatened by this stuff. Where is that one? John 15:13. It says this. Now, if that's a reason to be considered a threat, if that's a reason to be considered a terrorist, then I guess Jesus, that you just finished celebrating his so-called birthday on a holiday that he never prescribed. And Jesus says his greater love had no man than this, that he laid down his life for his friend. That's all I was quoting from. But according to Ron, that's something to say, to shut down the school and all the stuff that he's doing, heightened security, because we were quoting Jesus. You see what I'm saying? They hate Yah, they hate Jesus, they hate their neighbor. Straight up. It's straight up. They can't find nothing biblically to support what they did, but they can't find any charges against me in the Bible. And then then you go to Isaiah. This is the time that we're living in. If you go to Isaiah 5:20 says this. It says, woe, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, and put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Verse 21, woe to them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. Woe unto them, for are the mighty to drink wine, and men of strength to mingle in strong drinks, which justify the wicked for reward. Justify the wicked for the reward, and take away the righteousness of the righteous from him. Guys, I can keep on reading this stuff, guys. So as I summarize this whole thing, they put a temporary order for 4 years. So help me out. Do not put anything alluding. Do not put anything with Ron Providence. Do not go into their website. Stay away from them. Help me out so that they can continue to persecute me, but it's not going to be because of this. So this is what he blamed. He blamed YouTube, not me, but he said I don't even know what comment he's talking about. He felt threatened. And so we're going to fulfill that order. And I'm going to expect just compensation. If you're going to order me around, I will be more than glad to take your order. The Green Bay Packers ordered me around. I had to show up for training camp. I had to do things. They restricted my freedom. I couldn't just leave practice when I wanted to. I couldn't just do whatever. I had to travel when they told me. I had to do all this stuff, but they compensated. They paid me. But according to this system, they think that I'm a slave. They said in the Constitution, according to, let me read here. Let me see if I can find, but anyway, according to the Wisconsin Constitution, I can't find my, hold on here. Huh? Right here. According to the Constitution of Wisconsin, this is what it says here. I mean, it says it right here in the Constitution. And I'm gonna go after the commissioner too. When I say go after, I'm talking about according to the financially. I'm not going to go kill her. I'm not going to do anything. I just want to make sure I put it. So I'm going to go after her according to the lawful means. Lawful. I repeat. So I'm going after the court. I'm going to to deal with the commissioner. No, I know, but I'm saying we'll go after the lawful means. But anyway, look what it says here. It says right here, and this is why you can bill people. If you want to learn something, this is why you can bill. Because we have inherited, look at this. And it says right here, I'm going to start off in the preamble. It says, we the people of Wisconsin greatly to the Almighty God for our freedom. We thank him for our freedom in order to secure the blessings from a more perfect government, ensure domestic tranquility, and to promote the general welfare to do establish this Constitution. It goes on to say Declaration of Rights, Article 1, Section 1 says this. All people are born equally free. All people are born equally free. And it says independent and have certain inherent rights. Among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. My pursuit of happiness has been shut down. My liberty has been shut down. And I have no freedom just by taking all those stuff out. And they don't want to compensate. Ron doesn't want to compensate. And the government is actually helping him to not compensate. But anyway, let me keep reading. It says, to secure these rights, governments are instituted, derive their just powers from the consent of the governed. Section 2 comes right after it. Slavery prohibited. Section 2, there shall be neither slavery nor involuntary servitude in the state, otherwise than the punishment of crime. Have not committed a crime. Whether the party shall have been duly convicted, have not been convicted, haven't even had handcuffs on me yet. And they're literally using my property without just compensation. They're literally trespassing against me. Wrong is being done to me, and there's no one doing anything. I even told the commissioner, who is a mandated reporter, that I'm being robbed. I'm being there's been the taking and carrying of my property, and nothing is being done, but you're helping the wicked. See, they help the wicked, and they don't help the just. They don't help the righteous. So these are stuff that when you read this stuff, we have rights, but here's the problem. People don't take the time to read it. People keep taking plea bargains. People continue to just allow them to walk over you, and you continue to allow them to walk over you, and you don't fight back in a lawful manner. I'm not doing anything wrong, but I guess sending somebody a bill for the use of your property is considered harassment. That's what happened. They feel harassed. So I'm not telling you to do this, but man, it makes me wonder, man, the next time I get a bill, I may get an injunction hearing for saying I'm being harassed by my mortgage company, I'm being harassed by the county for property tax. I mean, damn, they send me a bill, and damn it, I'm not happy. I feel threatened. Like, they actually communicate threat that they will take your house. Is there any? Can I get a restraining order against the county of Brown County for giving me a property tax bill that's close? I don't even tell you how much it costs. It's a lot. It'll make you guys fall out of your seat right now. So, but this is the type of stuff that we're dealing with. They say here you have a remedy for wrong. Every person is entitled to certain remedies of the law for all injuries or wrong, which he may receive it in his person, property, or character. He ought to obtain justice freely and without being obliged to purchase it, completely and without denial, promptly and without delay, conformly to the laws. Guys, I'm telling you, they literally make a vow. If I was to read, I mean, let me read. I want to read something to you guys. Let me read this to you. I want to show you that I'm not making this thing up. This is from two judges. And I actually found out what their oath of office. Here's an oath of office. Here's for one guy right here. Let me read this to you. It says every officer in Wisconsin, and this every state has this, so you need to go look this. I had to do my own research, and I got this from two of them. It says this. It says state of Wisconsin, Brown County, and the officer's name. I won't say this one's name. The underside, it says the undersigned who has been elected to the office of Brown County of Clerk Courts. It says in and for the said county, but I have not yet entered upon the duties thereof, swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the state of Wisconsin, and I will faithfully discharge the duties of said office to the best of my ability. So help me God. And the only thing that you see these public officers protecting is statutes, codes. They're not doing anything when it comes to the Constitution. They're not doing that. They never made an oath to that. So guys, long story short, so I got a 4-year, me and my brothers got 4-year restraining order. We cannot go within 100 feet of Providence Academy or wherever they're at. We can't send any, just no contact. I guess that's the best way. And then with the video, they feel they're being harassed. They're going to have to make another special petition and saying that they're being harassed. So let's not give them a reason for them to even do that. Let them work really hard. But I don't remember. Do you remember any threats that was put on our YouTube regarding Ron? So
he mentioned comments. That's what he mentioned.
He said comments. So that's where it came from, guys. So he says, when you guys are making these comments, I don't know. I try to see everything. I try to look at everything. So if a comment was made in any way, and it could be, how do we not know if it was Ron? He could have easily had somebody go in there and put a comment in there to make it seem like it's a threat. So, but guys, just make sure that you guys are not the one doing it. But at the end of the day, wicked people are wicked. So anyway, keep my brothers in prayer. They got their thing coming up next week. So we believe we will be victorious. This is serious. This one was just a restraining order. It's not like we go there anyway. So this was not, but this was a good practice for us to know the court, just how they operate, how to talk, how to use what we believe. So it wasn't a big deal. This wasn't like a victory. I mean, it was just going to be either they're going to prolong it, which they did. They gave it 4 years. And I wasn't going to go there anyway. I was going to restrain myself, but now I get paid because they actually order it. And now I need to fulfill the order. So I get paid. So Now do the math. Let me see the math here. You guys want to see the math? Let me do the math here. This is going to be, so 365 times 4 comes out to be 1,460 days. Hold on, let me get the bill. Let me get the bill here. Let's see the bill here. No. I just want to make sure I get the right bill, guys, so you guys can see what's going to come out to be. So here's the bill. And so at times $5,917.81. So it comes out, whoosh, man, this is some good money here. It comes out to $8.6 million. So I'm just going to take this order. So help me out. This will help the YouTube channel. if you guys, if you want to give, don't do anything to cause Ron to be able to say that I didn't fulfill my order. This is a expensive deal. Now, am I going to get all of this? Probably not. But I promise you, I'm gonna get something. I promise you that much. So anyway, but that's the deal. So 5,000 for me. I think the brothers, they have their. I mean, they're actually they're cheaper. They should have restrained them. They're much cheaper. I think they. I think it was like $500 a day or something. But I am a public person, so if you're gonna restrain me and keep me from doing things that I need to do, I'm gonna charge you. So I'm pretty expensive. And they took the order, and they knew this. They gave the order knowing they're going to be billed. So they can't say we didn't know. So they know, they're aware. So we don't have to give them anything in that 4 years. When 4 years is up, I'll be sending a bill on January, if I'm Yah willing, if I'm still alive, January 4th, 2024, I'll be sending a bill to Providence and Ron Young if they're still around. I don't know if they're gonna. I don't know what's gonna happen to them. Who knows if they're gonna even be around. But if they're around, they will get billed. Ron will still be around. That's not a threat. It's not a threat. I'm just saying. I mean, people come and go. Companies come and go. So this is not a threat. I'm just saying if they're around, I will be sending a bill. So I hope they get their checkbook ready, because I will be expecting to get paid. So anyway, guys, appreciate your prayers. The big one next week is coming up. This is a big deal. I don't know if it's a criminal. This was a civil. Now this is criminal coming up, and that's on the 7th. So please keep us in your prayers. Keep Brother Ryan, Brother Jordan. I think we should be victorious in this stuff because, like I said, according to the Constitution, they were well within their rights. Even the things that was mentioned in here, I know is going to be used in that court case. But I think they're going to be good. So this was a good practice run for all of us to see how things work and to see how these people take this thing serious or not. So, but it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work to hold these people accountable to what they say they're going to do. So anyway, let me see if there's any questions here. I don't know if I saw any questions here, but thank you guys. Please keep us in your prayer. All right. This got long enough, and love you guys, and shalom, shalom.